Hello, friends, listeners, and dare I say fans? Freeman here to present you with an announcement of some general significance, we'll say. I thought to myself, as I was figuring this out, why not start with what we are wont, a little backstory. So, going on 3.5 years ago, I made a return flight from a year abroad in Australia, fighting off giant spiders and dangerous snakes. And when I came back to the frosty and northerly land of Canada, upon landing, I needed some work. Well, wouldn't you know it, James remembered me and dropped me a line and a recommendation at the restaurant he was chefing. Oh, sure, we worked together previously and started our mutual firsts at D&D in his living room and share a mutual love for cycling and craft beer. But if you know him like I do, then you don't get much of a blip on his radar unless you've made a real and positive impact. And fret not, anyone listening, you are all more than blips. Every day, you give us both just a lot of pride and validation in what we do. So thank you for that. But speaking of impacts, little did I know that this next time working with James would result in more moving forward in a rather incremental fashion for us both, in fact. So before long, he was running D&D again. I was playing. I was also invited to play a Pathfinder First Edition game with him, and I was introduced to the Glass Ganon podcast. They are a very major influence for us, not only because of their success, but we love their style, and you know we've modeled a few things of what we do and what we don't want to do from them. Now, I was already familiar with a few 5e actual plays already, namely the Adventure Zone, but the Glass Cannon sort of switched things for me a little bit, and well, it got a bit carried away, didn't it? I was now falling in love with more complicated systems, especially at the time Starfinder, and within 7 to 8 months, James was pitching me a podcast idea for which he had already had a name, and it was Encounter This. Anyone who gives that show a regular listen knows most of the story from there. We sat down for a beer and a whiskey, most likely, and shopped the pros and the cons and what we wanted to get out of the experience. I was honestly just excited to be an entertaining voice on a recording. And James was very excited to get into all the tech and organizing of a new company. And of course, we were excited to guide each other into improving each other on our opposite fortes, as it were. And we recorded our first episode within the month. And it didn't take long for us to develop a flow that manages to smoothly continue evolving to this day. And even with hiccups that life throws our way, pandemics notwithstanding, some minor ambition took hold in me, and I was already finding myself planning an actual play podcast. Now, this took some time to wrap some heads around. So enter Scott and Duncan. With James already on my side, we needed a couple more partners in crime, and Scott was a shoo-in. Now, we're talking probably over a year after the start of Encounter This at this point, but we'd met Scott, and we were already playing Starfinder with him for over a year by the time we were talking about this new podcast, and he was just a shoo-in. We knew we wanted to do it with Scott, and he definitely wanted to do it with us. Now, Duncan was sort of a fluke. We had a bit of a technical turmoil behind our first attempt at test recording, which caused us to do a hard reset on the project pretty early on. So I reached out to some old friends. Duncan was the one among the bunch that stuck around. We twisted his arm a little bit, but we're certainly happy to have him, and he was happy to be a part of it. And so we had our little team. Some more planning, more test recording, more reaching out and networking, and we finally landed on what we wanted to do and how we wanted to do it. And now we had the people we wanted to do it with as well. Originally, I wanted to actually do Starfinder, but I received lukewarm enthusiasm from the cast for a long-term project in that setting and system. In retrospect, I am really quite glad that was the case. Pathfinder 2nd Edition is a system that I'm in love with, and it's actually sort of ruined previous iterations for me, at least from a GMing standpoint. Abomination Vaults is an awesome story and adventure. I've actually never run or even played a mega dungeon before, and it's so cool. But what's even more awesome are really just the friends we've made along the way with projects like these. We have new ones, old ones, collaborators made from competitors. It's a lot of work that we don't always have the time we wish we did to make it all happen, but it's still a very rewarding experience, which is why we are always talking about how we can manage to grow a bit more, expand ourselves a bit further, and involve more people. So Encounter This, it started as a fun passion project with whisperings of doing additional like shows, where Stemming the Tide started with the idea of being prepared to be a network of shows. So it was created in tandem with Uncharted North, and now it stands to reason that these two things really should come under the same cuddly warm banner of the Uncharted North. I mean, what's a network with only one show, right? So after a lot of deliberating and brainstorming and weighing the options, we decided Encounter This will shift itself to fill that second show void. Ironic, I know, since it's technically the first show we did. And that's what this announcement is really about. Announcing this on both anniversaries of the shows, we are aiming for the new year, and we will make the necessary changes, most of which are behind the scenes, to ensure the smoothest transition. And a lot of this is not gonna rock anyone's world. So as a couple examples of what you will notice, is we'll have some reworking of the Patreon accounts, including tiers and goals. Not much of this will transform or become be unfamiliar, but we will essentially change the Encounter This Patreon over, and we will now be sunsetting the Uncharted North Patreon. In addition, we'll also be merging the Discords, and this will happen sort of in reverse, where the Encounter This Discord will be sunset, and we will move new channels into the Uncharted North Discord so that we have space to talk about both projects in separate channels. There will be no paywall for this Discord, as we did have a small one previously for Encounter This, and anyone can join us right away by going to our website, unchartednorth.ca, and just clicking on the Discord button there, or even just typing in unchartednorth.com/Discord. That'll send you straight to an invitation link. We are also hoping down the line that to get recording on a Patreon exclusive show, and this will be James running Delta Green, something he's wanted to do for a long time, a system that we've all really thought was really cool and interesting for quite a while, and we have the freedom to do that as a Patreon exclusive. So we have no ETA for you on that, but it's something that we are actively working on and really hoping to get out there and fine tune, and we're really excited for that to possibly happen. Remember, I just want everyone to remember that the feeds will not be changing. Encounter This will still be where it's at. Stemming the Tide will still be where it's at. Everything will still be 100% free and ad-free, and there should be no worry of anything changing in that regard. And I guess in addition, the biggest news I have for you today, in addition to this sort of merger, as it were, or acquisition, as James likes to say, we are now officially, this week, very happy to announce as well that we will be releasing Stemming the Tide on a weekly basis. We have been pushing for this for a while. We wanted to do it from the start, but we also wanted to be very prepared. We wanted to have a backlog of episodes. We wanted to have stability and flow in our workspace. We wanted to be, most importantly, reliable to you. We didn't want to have loose deadlines. We didn't want to panic to meet them. We wanted to feel ready, and we still have more we can do now to be closer to a more comfortable and stable environment. But we've got a pretty good handle on where we're at now, I think. And so we decided our anniversary, November 1st, we're going to go for it. Officially, we'll be weekly, and I hope that is very exciting for you guys. It's nerve-wracking for us, but it is very exciting. And so thank you very much, everyone, for really keep listening and keeping us inspired to push on and push through and increase our quality and increase our stability and our backlog and all that, so that we can do this for you and for us. Thank you, just thank you so much. I hope all of this is as exciting to you as it is for us, and just we really hope that you'll continue to give us your support, advice, and engagement along the way. It makes it all worthwhile. So here's to many more years of new shows and friends to come and all that jazz. Thank you very much. I'm your benevolent GM, Freeman, and I raise a glass to you all.